Hey, what's up, y'all? So Silent Hill F was just revealed a few days ago, and I think it looks awesome. I think it looks like it's going to be a prequel. Maybe it's going to show like how Silent Hill was created. Silent Hill 2 is the first Silent Hill game I've ever played, so I'm not exactly sure like the entire how the entire series goes. I'm not exactly sure about the lore of everything, but I really enjoyed Silent Hill 2, and I saw this trailer, and I think it looks great, and I can't wait for this one. But unfortunately, there has been news that come out of Australia that the game has been banned. Let's go to this article by Games Radar. Silent Hill F has been preemptively banned in Australia with no reason given for the refused classification rating. Okay, we've only seen very little of Silent Hill F in the grand scheme of things, and it already looks like one of the scariest games in the series. It's the first game in the series to be rated 18 plus in Japan, and the ESRB rating for the game mentions faces ripped apart, a character burned alive inside a cage, and entrails and sinew displayed on serving platters. The game is seemingly so horrific that Konami felt the need to include a disclaimer on the game's store page saying, if you feel uncomfortable at any point while playing, please take a break from playing or speak to someone you trust. Well, the next bit of evidence in favor of Silent Hill F is going to be super scary has just dropped. The Australian government has released its own rating for the upcoming horror game, that being RC, which is refused classification. This means that without changes to the game's content, it won't be released in Australia. While the Australian government website typically gives a reason for something being refused classification, the section for that simply says, for further information regarding the reason for this decision, please contact us. Games Radar Plus has contacted the ratings board and will provide an update when it gets a response. However, with the horrific details listed on the ESRB description and the Steam page saying the game features depictions of gender discrimination, child abuse, bullying, drug-induced hallucinations, torture, and graphic violence, is probably one or many of those that are a reason for Australia's decision. The only Silent Hill game banned in Australia previously was 2008's Silent Hill Homecoming, which ended up being approved for release in a censored state in the following year. Okay, so that is really interesting that they're not even giving a description. I was kind of curious on what games got banned in Australia, so I did some research on this. Okay, so Silent Hill F, banned, no reason given. Kind of interesting because he's normally given a reason. Let's look at this. Hunter x Hunter Nen, I think that's how you pronounce it, X Impact. I never heard of this game, never played this game before, but it says the reason it got banned is because of implied sexual violence involving minors. Now that makes sense. I'm not sure how bad it is because I never played that game before, but given that description, you can understand why they decided to ban that. Okay, let's kind of screw around. I want to see why initially Silent Hill was banned. Banned because of high impact torture scenes involving drilling into body parts. If that is why they banned the only other Silent Hill game, maybe that is what they got for this one. Because as you can see, it says, where is it? All right here. It says torture and graphic violence. So maybe there's torturing, and this looks like it's going to be, the main character is going to be a high school student, so maybe torture involving her or other high school students who are minors. Maybe that's where they're kind of getting that from, and they don't want it released in that state. In a way, that kind of makes sense. But I also kind of wanted to research a little bit of the rating system in both Australia and Japan. So Australia has G, general, and it's similar to ours. G, general. That would be E for everyone. And this is video games, by the way. PG, which should be technically, I guess in the movie scene that would be PG. Then there's mature, and then there is mature plus, 15 plus, and then there is a R 18 plus. So actually not really R. So there's actually an extra rating in there. So I would think, because really the ESRB that we have is E. Actually, I think there's K for adults, E for everyone, teen, mature, and adults only, right? I also wanted to research the rating system for Japan because I found that also kind of interesting. So Japan has They do an A, B, C, D, Z kind of rating. Okay, so basically it goes like this: A, all ages, anyone can play it. Games like Animal Crossing, Mario Odyssey. There's also a B, which is a 12 plus, and this includes games like the Pokemon games and Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. There is a C, which is 15 plus, and the interesting thing is this is Silent Hill 2 remake, which I've always found to be pretty violent, but that it got a 15 plus. Um, there is a D, which is kind of like their M rating, and Resident Evil Village, and Final Fantasy 17, not 17, Final Fantasy 16 would be part of that red rating. And there's a Z, which is what this new Silent Hill game got, which is an 18 plus. Now, from my understanding, a D and a Z does not necessarily mean our versions of M to AO, adults only. This is just a slightly higher ranking. Because, like, some examples of M rated games that got M rating here but got a Z rating in Japan is games like Mortal Kombat and, believe it or not, Assassin's Creed. And of course, Silent Hill F got that rating. So I am very curious, like, what they're gonna do if Konami is gonna do what they did with their previous Silent Hill game and change it up a bit so it can get released there, or if they're just not gonna have to get it released there. And the great thing is, with the PS5 being region free, maybe Australian gamers can instead create an American account. I know how bug. Maybe you could do a VPN. I don't know if that's gonna work. But you know, figure out some loophole where Australian gamers can buy it, or are they going to release an edited version of that game as they did with Silent Hill Homecoming? But I'm curious on what your thoughts of this. It's really unfortunate, but hopefully Konami figures something out where Australian gamers can also experience this game, and I really hope it's good. I can't wait for this. It being the highest rating in the franchise has me very intrigued on what's like in this game. But leave your comments below. What do you think of this situation? Can you not wait for Silent Hill F? If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And maybe we're going to learn more information about this later on. But for now, this is all we know. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.